The Crow believed in the natural organics of life and the balance of human life with the natural kingdom around them. They said there was Mother Goddess and a Father God and believed in Holy Communion. The short meaning of crow comes from the word aprosaki, which means sons of crow. The Crows were skilled hunters and regularly made war against other tribes such as the Sioux and northern Cheyenne. Fighting was a way of life on the plains. In 1876, Medicine Crow formed with other Crow chiefs and warriors under the command of the U.S. General Crook to fight the Sioux at the Battle of Rosebud. As a gesture of good faith for supplying scouts and fighting with the U.S. Army, Medicine Crow was invited to Washington in 1880. Because the Indians on the northern and northeastern plains owned fewer horses than those on the southern plains, they remained more dependent upon dogs for transporting goods and hunting bison on foot. The scarcity of horses in the north encouraged raiding and warfare and competition for the relatively small number of horses that survived the severe winters. This brought them into conflicts with the powerful Blackfoot Confederacy. The Crow Indians wore simple clothing from what they had available to them, which was the hides of buffalo, bison, deer, and sheep. Crow women wore long deerskin dresses, and men wore breeches with leather leggings and buckskin shirts.
The traditional Crow house was a teepee. This structure was made out of animal hide stretched over a framework of wood. Inside, they would lay down mattresses of skins and hides and would cook over an open fire in the middle of a tent-like structure. The smoke would escape through a small opening at the top of the teepee. Teepees were constructed in such a manner to be easy to set up and deconstruct for transport to another location.
The men of the Crow tribe were warriors and hunters and were assigned the role of defending their people and providing food. They were at war often with their neighboring tribes, but their wars were not fought over land, but rather to demonstrate courage. As such, the battles were often not deadly, with the aim being to prove bravery rather than kill an opponent. This gave rise to the Crow custom of cup touching, which was touching your opponent in battle or stealing his weapon or horse.
The women were strong and hardy, and even in Crow tradition, if they were worthy enough, they could become chiefs. Their main roles were childbearing, preparation of foods, sewing, weaving, and quilt making. They were also constructors of the teepee. Like men, they also engaged in storytelling, artwork, and medicine making. Sometimes Crow women, usually widows, also rode into battle with men, though this was relatively rare. The Crows' main source of food was bison, but they also hunted sheep, deer, and other game. Buffalo meat was often roasted or boiled in a stew with prairie turnips. The rump, tongue, liver, heart, and kidneys were all considered delicacies. The Crow Indians did not leave any part of the animal to waste.
The Fort Lamar Treaty of 1851 took tons of the Crows' land, and to make it worse, the Cheyenne and Lakota settled just to the south and east of the Crow territory in Montana. These enemy tribes converted the fine hunting lands of the Crow and conducted tribal warfare against them and boldly took their eastern hunting lands, pushing the weakened Crow to the west and northwest along Yellowstone.
Today, about 75% of the Crows tribe's 10,000 enrolled members live on or near the reservation. The Crow Reservation is located in south central Montana and covers more than 2.2 million acres. And yet, even today, we are finding traces of Indians. In this film, we can see an arrowhead used for war or hunting. In this picture, we can see a fire starter. And in this picture, we can see a carving tool. This was used to carve out the outside of a bison hide.